Oh, I'm live. Oh, I'm damn live. Oh, I'm living and alive. Look at me. I'm live and alive and living. And that's the way I feel about it. It's just the way I feel about it. You know what I gotta look up? I gotta look up my VOD channel because freaking I got some of my freaking videos taken down because they had copyright in them. Can you believe it? They would take down a little old video of Sheep 003 just because it had a little bit of copyrighted content on it. Can you believe this? I know, disgusting, and everybody agrees. I had to chop out some parts of the VOD, bro. Shit is freaked up. It's freaked up. I'll say it. I'll boldly say it. I'll bravely say it. God damn it, it's still blocked. What do you mean it's still blocked? What did I do? They still say it's blocked. What's blocked about it? Who blocked it? Oh, it's because I was watching BattleBots. Alright, I'm gonna chop it all out. Trim out the segment. Luckily, YouTube has like an auto trim segment, which is very freaking cool. So, I think I have to chop out everything, which is so much. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. There's gonna be some weird cuts in the VOD. Not that anybody's gonna watch it, but hey, just in case. Tommy and Logan beef. Bro, I saw that on my timeline. I was tripping, bro. I saw it live. I was just like doom scrolling at work. I just be on Twitter and then like it'd come up with like the second tweet on my feed. Just fucking Tommy in it or Logan Paul. It's so crazy. Does Logan Paul have a PR team? He needs to get one. Oh, by the way, one of my blinds fell out. I just have this. It's because this broke. You see, I tried to tape it. It snapped, so I'm gonna have to tape it up again. Kind of annoying because I need these blinds so then I don't like die from light. I had such a bad sleep. Let me tell you about it. Oh my god. I slept bad. My back hurt all day, and I didn't get a lot of sleep because I woke up at 9 o'clock at night. I thought it was 9 in the morning. I thought I had slept through my entire shift. Terrifying. You don't get it. Actually, you do get it. You understand. You've done this before. You've existed in this particular. You've existed like this before. That's not crazy. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to think about the whole Tommy Logan Paul thing. Well, actually, sorry, I should rephrase that. I do know what to think. Logan Paul's a dumbass. But that's previously been established. That's not like silly. It's just crazy that he would like get into a beef with somebody that he should theoretically be able to like win against in a beef, and yet he just gets cooked because he's been dumbass. Like why are we doing this? Why are we fucking with Tommy in it for no reason? Why are you like it's like I think at this point KSI has started to like intentionally run into walls because he realizes it gets him views. He doesn't care. But like for Logan, like at least Logan has tried to protect his reputation. Not that he's done a very good job of it, but at least he's tried. And it's just sad to like watch just like somebody who's kind of fallen into the sphere of maybe not irrelevancy, but like less like much less popularity than he's used to get fucking dunked on. How do you do that? You know, it's not crazy. We stopped our entire fucking news broadcast because Joe Biden was speaking about the hurricane. It was breaking news. We just said, hey, they literally, I was in the audio booth. They told me, hey, Mike Joe Biden. I've never been told that, but they said Mike Joe Biden, and I mic'd Joe Biden. And we listened to Joe Biden talk about the hurricane for like 15 minutes. Man, I've been through worse hurricanes. I don't think you have, MJ. I don't think you have. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. Yeah, this is not like this is a fuck around and find out hurricane. This is not like a casual, calm hurricane. All right, this isn't something you can just like. Oh, I'm on the outskirts of it. It's not really gonna hurt me. This shit is like, and it's not even just that. It's that it's like 2 weeks after another insanely powerful hurricane hit the exact same area of Florida. Right. Florida is getting super mega fucked by God. That one was weak. I work for the news. I saw the fucking damage, bro. I saw footage of the damage. I saw all of it, brother. This is not a fucking joke. I saw houses being torn to shreds. I saw like they were literally talking that they had to create a service to move sand back to beaches. They had to pick up sand from the middle of fucking Florida and move it back to beaches because it was too far away. My brother in Christ. This shit is not like... Yeah, that shit is crazy. Just because you are desensitized to it doesn't mean it's any less crazy. It doesn't mean it's any less psychopathic. You're still insane. Roblox while the hurricane was passing? Yeah, like fucking hell you were. You were playing solo. Solo dolo Roblox. Not even online shit. MJ not gonna be with us. If this is MJ's last stream, damn. That'll be rough. When is this hurricane scheduled to hit? When does Hurricane Milton hit Florida? Milton. Fucking Milton. What a cringe name for a hurricane. Fucking Milton. Oh, I'm Milton. Milton sounds like a nerd with glasses who probably goes to Catholic school. It's gonna be a 3 when it hits me. You wish a 3 would hit on you, MJ. Real and true. Oh yeah, shit, this song is really good. I found a song. I actually got suggested a song by a coworker, and it was really good. Oh yeah, I heard about the fucking Sparking Zero thing. You know how I heard of it? I watched the WWE and they were sponsored by it. It was crazy. Shit is wild. I'm gonna get copyrighted again, lads. It's so early in stream too. Who could imagine? You gotta wait for it to be on discount, Dermot? Does it come out on Steam? Loretta. It is on Steam, nice. Wait, it's a ranked game? What is this game? I'm looking up the Dragon Ball Zero game. Hold on. Let me pull up the let's pull up the gameplay, lads. Pull it up. Boss, pull up the gameplay. And PvP. What kind of PvP game is it? Let's see. Alright, Anime Man.
Sparky.
Jesus.
The time has finally come. Postre. Postre. Is a tostre. Play as an android.
I am super not sold on these graphics.
Let me see how far.
I am super not sold on these graphics. They look fine, but they're nothing to write home about.
My techniques can take me.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. Oh, you're not close enough, buddy. Okay, a little Sonic sway. That's all he can do. Get those off me.
So is it just like a fighting game?
I'm here. Oh, let me throw you. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that's sick. Oh, he's got the
The animations are pretty sick.
coolest grab in the game, I think. Oh, okay. So you have a little instant transmission too, huh? I'm here.
This is pretty. This is pretty cool. I can't even lie.
Oh, hold on. I might have time skipped that. No, I got hit. Never mind.
Yeah, so it is just like it's like a 3D fighting game. I guess it's less of like a fighting game and more like a like what For Honor is. It's a 3D fighting game as opposed to a 2D fighting game. Not being a hater. Look, I don't really fuck with the graphics because of like it feels like the background and like the characters are like in two completely different art styles. So I don't super fuck with the graphics, but like the actual gameplay looks like fun. The animations look crispy and clean. I can't be mad.
How is this even a close match? This guy has not really been doing anything. Okay. Oh, hold on. I got him first. I'm too fast. No, I got him first. No way. Yeah, I got him first. I knew I got you first. Good night.
dead.
Oh, fire kill right
Don't
there.
think you can enter my crosshairs and just walk away.
Sorry, guys. Best hit NA.
Yeah, I think people glaze this franchise a little too much. As somebody who's never fucking watched this franchise ever in my fucking life. Yeah, okay.
Go.
I'm gonna kill you.
There we go.
It's fine. It looks cool. I think people will enjoy it. I'm cool with that. I have no beef with this game. I'm not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna play it. I don't care enough. But yeah, I'm sure the Dragon Ball fans will be happy. Let's see some reviews. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero reviews. What do the reviews say? Question mark. How's Sheepo 3 holding up? It's been rough, I think. It's been rough. I think for a while. That's okay. Because we're gonna come back. We're gonna make a comeback. Trust. We're gonna make the comeback. The Sheepo 3 comeback. Let's see. Yeah, the marketing campaign was really good. We'll see. Mango Winter Arc. I could see it. I just think I think I need to get some juice back in my system. I think I've just been lacking like a lot of creativity in terms of anything, and also like just marketing in general. Just like making videos for myself. Just like me doing shit. Like I think it's like I actually thought about this for like a hot minute of just like because I have proven that I can be a thing. Like I can make content that like a lot of people want to watch. I've proven that like time and time and time again. Like that's not a joke. Like you can just look at my YouTube channel, look at my fucking TikTok account. I can make content that people want to watch. It's just the question of bringing myself to make it more consistently, right? Just doing like finding something that people like and then just keeping on doing it. Like I made that one fucking NCS video, no follow up, no nothing. I could have followed it up with like 5 different other videos of me doing other rankings, and those would have probably gotten a lot less views, but they still would have gotten a lot of views. And that shit grows the channel. That only grows the channel. And it's stuff like that where it's like I just need to think about this more as a business if I want to get more viewers. And fundamentally, thinking about it as a business means that I get more people in my chat and I get more people that I get to talk to, and I ultimately have more fun, right? I get more people in my chat. Because the one thing that fucking sucks sometimes is that I'll have a dead chat and I'll be streaming and I'll have nothing to talk about, and it sucks because I want to talk to people. Talking to people is fun. You know? So there are ways. I can go viral. I can be a thing. I think there are so, like, I've realized, like, there are so many streamers and so many content creators who have never fucking done the things that I've done. They've never had a video that has, like, done anything, that has gone anywhere. I have a TikTok with 1 million fucking views. 1 million. There are so many content creators who've been doing this shit for years and years and years. They never even sniffed that amount. I gotta have something, right? I gotta have something. There's something, I have something. The question is, do I have the grind set to kind of distill that into a thing? And do I have the commitment and the drive to find the thing that works and keep doing it, right? Was Peacock? That's not it. That's Cat. There are so many fucking Hypixel Bed Wars streamers that got fucking half the shit that I got. I got fucking nothing. Streamers have been doing this more consistently, more often. And I got twice the amount of shit, and I squandered it all because I didn't give a shit. That's the difference. The difference is they would have taken what I would have gotten, and they would have gone all the way with it. I didn't care. I got bored of Bed Wars, and I quit. Okay? Yes, I've seen Hurricane Milton. I work for the fucking news, my guy. Egnub. I know about the news. I am aware. Okay? I know about everything. I am the ultimate knower. Any major event happening in the United States, I know about on the day of. Are you on TV? No, of course not. I'm standing behind the cameras. Me, my ugly ass. Look at this. You think some ugly fucker like me, they're gonna let me on the goddamn camera? Hell no. Hell no. You actually do need to be hot to be a newscaster. That's a fact. Every single one of our news anchors, hot as shit. They're just hot. They're just hot people. My camera's out of focus. Thank you. Any updates to the primary votes? I haven't gotten my ballot yet. That's an update. Fucking send me my goddamn ballot. I got my voter guide in the mail. I have my voter guide. But I haven't gotten my ballot yet. Okay, I need to find a game to play. What do we do, lads? We can play Minecraft, Roblox, fucking... That's the only two selections we have. The only two choices. Balloons. Although nobody really wants to see me play that. Let's be entirely honest with ourselves. Come on now. React. That's true. We could just honestly React farm. I'm down to content farm for a little bit. Categories. Okay. We'll do some research. We can do research, honestly? Research stream? This shit goes hard. Have I cleared my browser history recently? Let's do that. Just in case. We don't want any unfortunate mistakes happening. There we go. And we're free. All good now. No problems here. Alright, hold on. Okay, Hurricane Milton live updates. Let's let's become the Hassan Abi of Twitch. Let's do it, dude. Okay, let's see. NBC, what do you got for me? Intensifies to Category 5 as Florida embraces for direct hit. Look at these graphics. This is such a nice newscast. Gosh. Man, actually having a budget does fucking wonders for your fucking newscast, bro. Let me tell you. As somebody who works on a fucking station with a fucking strict-ass budget, having money. That's crazy. I absolutely do have time for this. Let's see. Hurricane appears to be headed for Tampa. Oh boy, Tampa's getting fucked. Storm 480 miles 165 miles per hour. 480 miles southwest of Tampa. 165 miles an hour. That's crazy. That's very fast. I can't run that fast. Yeah, these guys are getting rolled and smoked. These are probably tweets. Jeez. Yeah, rip the Bucks. Honestly, that's the thing that sucks. Cause bro, I have like 2 Bucks players on my fantasy lineup. Can you believe that? I won again, by the way. My fantasy team won again. But dude, I have Baker Mayfield as my quarterback. Damn, bro. Can you believe it? Shit tragic for real. Rip Tampa, that's what I'm saying. Hops on the Cardinals. Hey man, Baker Mayfield is number 3 in points this year in fantasy, so I do not care. All right, shout out to the boy Baker. Bro's been getting me bread. I don't think I'm gonna win this this week though. My players have been getting kicked in the ass by the injury bug right now. I lost my star running back. And then I just have a lot of players that are just like Nico Collins is probably going to be out. And if Nico Collins is out, that shit is a tragedy. People refuse to leave. Yeah, there's always going to be dumbasses, but those are the people we kind of just leave to die, I think. If they want to kill themselves, then fuck it, man. What are we supposed to do, right? You can't save stupid. Yeah, exactly. It's on them. I'm not going to feel bad for somebody who just fucking walks into is like, oh wow, this giant death machine with saw blades on it. I'll walk right in. Seems like a nice home. Like what? At some point, I can't feel bad for stupid people. There's only so much I can feel bad for stupid people. Maybe if they're misinformed, but sometimes like it has been very clear. This is a Category 5 hurricane that will fuck you up. You don't win this. You do not win this. You don't win. You cannot raw dog the Category 5 hurricane. No amount of sandbags around your fucking windows are going to save your ass, all right? It's not happening. But I will get updates on this tomorrow. Tornado car? No, it's not a car. It's just a solid steel, like a box made of wrought iron put on wheels so they can take it around. You just hitch it onto like the back of your truck or something. You tow it around. But to be fair, winds that strong can probably pick up something like that. If you have a solid steel box, it could probably be picked up and thrown around. You might die in there. That's like falling in an elevator, Just because you jump at the very end of the fall doesn't cancel out all the momentum, man. If you're in an elevator that falls 70 floors, you can't just jump at the very end. You're still dead. All right? You're still going to die, brother. There's no basement in Florida. I don't know if a basement is gonna help. Yeah, like why? Like yeah, exactly. Man, look at all this conveniently located water. Man, what a shame. Oh man, I knew I was thirsty. Man, I can't believe this hurricane knew I was so thirsty. That's crazy. Shut up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do you think Diddy is the next Epstein? I think they're different. What's update on the Diddy trial? I haven't heard about Diddy in a while. What's going on with Diddy? Stevie Wonder is defending Diddy. That's my gut right there. He couldn't see nothing wrong with Diddy. A classic. The case. Okay, well, let's see the actual case. What's going on with the old Didster? Charges unveiled last month against Combs. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sexual abuse, but like, what did he actually do? It's sex trafficking. All right, so Bro just has bro did a lot of crime. It seems. Bro, it wasn't just the sex stuff. People like to talk about the sex stuff because it's fun, but he actually did a lot of crime. Can you buy baby oil from Costco? I don't think I have a bottle of baby oil in my house. My girl, can I cover you in olive oil maybe? That's the only kind of oil I've got. I can melt down some butter. Like we could do melted butter. Do you think that would work? That's the best I got. I'm sorry. Margarine. I don't have no margarine, okay? Only melted butter. I only keep butter in this house. Straight butter. None of that margarine bullshit. I don't want to hear nothing about no margarine. I don't want to hear nothing about no margarine. Okay? What's happening on the YouTubes? Make sure to thank Beyonce. You know Taylor Swift is the richest female pop star now? Rihanna got dethroned. Now it's Taylor Swift who has all the fucking money. Oh my god, yeah, bro. Dude, I remember this. Fucking Connor Eats Pants, bro. A legend of the game. He got, what's his name? Some like Republican figurehead. The guy who got sent to jail. Yeah, George fucking Santos, bro. George Santos. Connor Eats Plants played Fortnite with George Santos. Like, let's just take a look at the history of this man. He was a U.S. representative from New York who is gay. Oh, I didn't know he was gay. Exactly. Santos just lied. He literally just lied. He lied about his education. He lied about his employment history, his business activity, his income, his personal wealth, his criminal history. Lied about everything. And nobody caught it until he was already elected, which is crazy. Pleaded guilty to identity theft and wire fraud. Insane. He got expelled from the house. Honestly, kind of the GOAT for that shit. George Santos, kind of the GOAT. Honestly, if you can make it that far. All right. He ran in 2019. The Nassau County Republican Committee, known for the tight control that its leadership exercises, would have discouraged an unknown candidate. Suozzi was able to win the race easily. No, they can't. Santos raised funds, spoke to donor groups, and attended a phone banking session at Mar-a-Lago with Donald. So basically, he sucked Donald, and Donald Trump had like enough clout in the party that once he got the endorsement, he kind of won. Yeah, and then somebody who was overconfident, right? Counterproductive to increase his name recognition. 56-43. So he lost the first time. Santos refused to accept the 2020 defeat and falsely claimed that the vote totals had been manipulated. Oh my god, he did stop. He spoke at Stop the Steal rally the day before January 6th. Dead ass? Oh, bro actually might be the GOAT. Oh my god. Okay, but he did acknowledge that Joe Biden won the election. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so he lost in 2020, but he came back. He said, we're going to run that shit back. And normally running it back doesn't do great, but he got a lot of money. He got endorsements. And the other guy dropped out. The Suozzi guy dropped out. Yeah, and he just wins. And because he's in a Republican district, he He goes hard. He flipped it. Wow, it was a Democrat district that he flipped. Look at that. Santos, and then he gets expelled. All right, let's see. What's this video from Derpnet?
In this episode, I tried to gain a life by hunting down the other server members, but I ended up making a fatal mistake. Enjoy the show.
No way. Clown Pierce tries to kill people in a video? Can you believe it, guys? Is that the craziest thing you've ever heard? Clown Pierce tries to kill people in a YouTube video? Fucking say it ain't so, lads. I wouldn't have expected somebody like Clown Pierce to do this. Who could have expected this? How many views does this have? Hey man, might make that money. What's his latest?
I don't have.
How much does he upload? Like once a month. He gets money. I am baffled. Why are you baffled, Senator Charles? That time I stopped a nuke. Kabamon teaser, link it. Poor favor. Hardcore without armor versus the Warren. This is not that hard. Just drop a bunch of anvils on it. PvP. No, don't normally dunk land in hand. See, that's what I was saying, Charles. Not this guy. The guy who's known for not PvP. Cool start to a trailer. Evolution Kabamon 1.6 update trailer, released 7 days ago. Let's see. Nice shadows. Nice shaders. I like that. Teaching moment. Oh, you're gonna have Pokemon on your shoulder! Yes! Kill wild Pokemon. Oh, dude, do they have evolve animations? Oh, tell me they have animations now, brother. Give me that juicy animation. It's sick! And it looks cool too! Oh my god, it's beautiful. I love Kabamon. Damn, what a crazy transition to end that video, by the way. Can I just say, why would they choose this? Why would they do this? Why would they not just fade out to black? Why would they do this? What inspired them to make this transition? It was a nice fade to black. Why would they make it spin? Why would they make why would they do any of this? It looks so stupid. Who fucking... It was such a nice video. Look at how good this video was. The nice cuts, the nice shaders, the lighting, the good camera angles. And then they decided to do a stupid fucking spin at the end? What's going on here? What are we doing here, lads? Can somebody clutch up? Shut up. I don't care. I did not ask Derpnet. You are asking the video guy to watch a video. If I see something that looks stupid, I'm going to call it out. What, do you want me to watch more small horror films on YouTube? Horror film. I need a small filmmaker. I need a small filmmaker. "2 a.m. copy by Foreign. The Wait. 1 minute short film. Maybe not small film, but indie. Indie film. Because I want it to be bad. Let's get some indie film. Why most indie filmmakers fail? I'll tell you why, because their movies suck. Because it's trash? Fuck, man, I don't know. Because the people who make the films suck? Indie film is dead? Yeah, because nobody cares. Green. Okay, this is just a picture. Yeah, this is just moving pictures. These are the films that I call moving pictures. They're more created like a picture. Like this. This is set like a picture. This is framed like a picture. But it's a video instead, so that's fine. They look really good. I mean like the shots are really good. Let's not pretend like the shots aren't really good, but it's not really filmmaking, right? Filmmaking is a little bit more complicated than that. Anybody who says every frame is a picture is lying to your ass. Some frames are meant to be ugly when viewed by themselves. That's the point. Yeah, Kane Pixels did drop something. I don't know if it's worth reacting to, though. You can check it out. I did see the Kane Pixels drop. I haven't... Yeah, this one. The Backrooms Lighting and Tile Survey. After we watch this one. Classic found footage. Let's give it a watch. What's up, Kane?
Alright. Today is November 14th. It is a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday. Yeah, so I assume this is the portal to the Backrooms. So, if I remember the story correctly, there's a company that created a portal to the Backrooms, and they're exploring it. This is their research team.
Yeah. It is incredibly cold.
It's literally Charles. I didn't realize that you worked here, Charles. Are you gonna die in this video? You probably shouldn't put your name to this character if this character's gonna die shortly. So you know we're hoping out here.
Hopefully by the time you're watching this, we'll actually have a decent heating system down here. That'd be nice. Die of hypothermia.
Wear a jacket, my guy.
Camera.
Police just dropped through in the bin right there. Make sure to get the red one, alright? Because the green one reads.
10-4.
It still feels creepy. Even with all like the science and equipment and people. It still feels creepy. It's a cool concept. Backrooms is cool. Kane Pixels does a really good job of making the people feel real. Really good artist. Shout out to Kane. Oh, they're doing the ceiling. They're looking at the ceiling. I like this. What's in the ceiling? What's in the ceiling, guys? Nothingness? Void? Wall? Footage? Oh, venting. Ducks. That looks like that looks like wood? Slats? This looks like a house.
There's no insulation on top, and I'm seeing a bunch on the floor above.
A lot of insulation.
There's ventilation as well. You see that? You see the vents?
Yeah, it goes around the back to the right.
Yeah, some of it's insulated, I think.
Bro, infinite ventilation? Are you kidding me? Air conditioning companies are gonna go out of business, guys. What's going on?
I don't know, I'm not a vent guy, I don't know. Oh, it looks, no rust, I think.
Break it. Hit it with a hammer. Can you get corporate permission to hit it with a goddamn hammer?
Floor, and I use that term loosely. We then attempted to cut power to the nearest fluorescent light fixture, a standard troffer. However, we were unable to isolate the power source, and the conduit remained live, despite the absence of any visible external power supply.
That's crazy.
The source of electrical current remains unknown at this time. Using an insulated toolkit, we carefully isolated the light fixture from its electrical conduit, extracted the troffer from the ceiling, and transported it back inside, back to standard for analysis. And a 0.5 meter sample of conduit was also taken, with all exposed wiring safely secured afterwards in the ceiling. So the ceiling tile extracted measures 1.27 meters by 1.14 meters, which is certainly not standard. But
What's
it's
standard?
composed primarily of mineral fiber. It seems normal in composition, has a fissured texture with mild tegular edges. So
Tegular?
after initial analysis, the composition
Tegular?
of the tile estimated is around 60% mineral wool, which is fibers of amorphous silicate,
Silicate?
usually derived from, I think it's basalt or slag.
Slag?
Around 20%.
What are these words?
expanded perlite, which is primarily of silicon
Fucking
dioxide
nerd.
and aluminium oxide, and the rest is a undefined mixture of silicate material, some starch, latex polymers, and some organic fibers derived from plant materials, recycled cellulose, really. But the light troffer housing is made of
Galvanized steel?
coated with a thin layer of zinc. Inside, the fluorescent bulbs are non-standard in proportion, most closely resembling T12 bulbs. So the 4 bulbs measure 1.2 meters in length with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters. We're extrapolating here at 51, but that bulb and lasers and the rest contain the following components. Phosphor coating, the calcium halophosphate for converting ultraviolet light to visible light, mercury vapor in a small quantity which facilitates the ultraviolet light emission, argon gas, and again this is all standard for these fluorescent bulbs. But that's an inert gas that assists with with regulating
pretty
the current
dank.
and really starting the bulbs. And they are connected via a G13 base, which is a standard 2-pin base with 13 millimeter spacing for electrical connection. So the wiring connected to the fixture is PVC insulated copper, which appears standard again. The prismatic diffuser over the bulbs is
Prismatic
made of
diffuser?
polymethyl methacrylate.
What is this,
Again,
brother?
commonly used for its light diffusion properties. I mean, it's what we have in the building here, very standard. But we also inspected the ballast, which is of the
Ballast?
electromagnetic type. There's some variation in how they're being manufactured now. This one contains a laminated steel core and copper windings designed to operate at 60 hertz. So the ballast emits a prominent 120 hertz hum. This seems to be the case for the majority, if not all, of the lights in
Damn.
the complex that we've assessed thus far.
That's crazy.
Mostly
Nice
just
tripod, by the
through,
way.
Simple curing, but this is due to magnetostricture.
It's a nice tripod because it's got the
and
bottom
core
at the,
vibration.
it's got the little
The
bottom
noise
things.
may be exacerbated by loose lamination pipes or
Degradation?
degradation of the insulating potting
Exacerbated?
material over time. So it's definitely an indication that this has been running for a little bit. I mean, despite its age, the ballast is functional. Its large proportions suggest it was built for a non-standard space, not something you find in the majority of offices.
Oh, yeah, man, the back rooms are super standard, you know. Who could have thought that you would find something substandard in a place like the back rooms, huh? Who could have imagined that? An alternate dimension made of fucking office shit? Man, who could have thought, brother?
Or most commercial spaces, though that's not something I'm too familiar with, truthfully.
It sounds like you're
Now,
super
we
familiar
did
with it.
find, so material compositions all seem expected, or we don't know what to expect here. They seem, everything we've looked at so far, again, this is rudimentary early testing, but everything seems pretty congruent. with
Congruent?
what you might expect from one of the tropper lights you could pull out of the ceiling in this building right here. So nothing too strange, but that maybe makes things even stranger. Because we look at these lights, and let me see.
Keep on saying Say again.
Again. So several labels were
Thank you.
marked on various components of the troffer. So on the ballast, we found markings for mark it as a universal ballast, Type A, manufactured in 1975 with serial number
Oh, there's a serial number on this.
A75234X. The troffer itself is stamped 3X432, and that was manufactured in 1973
Pennsylvania?
in Reading, Pennsylvania, and it is UL listed.
That's kind of dank.
And the bulbs were manufactured by
They
Sylvania.
found an actual
and
company.
marked, F40SW.
The
soft
mystery
white,
deepens, lads.
with no visible date information. It's left blank, but it is noted as made in the USA. So, I mean, though outdated in design, the fixture appears fully functional. The stable operation
Appears fully
of all light
functional?
fixtures
What else
in
do
the
you expect?
subdivision points to a
It puts
continuous,
out light. Isn't that the
potentially
point of a
autonomous
light
power
fixture?
source, which still remains unidentified. We're doing what we can. The materials used are durable with minimal visible wear, suggesting
we
they
know
built
that.
for long-term, possibly indefinite use. So this concludes the initial findings. Further investigation is...
What's going on in Pennsylvania, bro? Bro, did they make the backrooms in Pennsylvania? What happened in Pennsylvania? Pretty cool. Shout out Kane Pixels for being a nerd and learning about nerd stuff just to make a video. It's pretty dank. How to Squeeze a Human Being Through a 5-Inch Hole by Joe Scott. What the hell is this? This is a video called How to Squeeze a Human Being Through a 5-Inch Hole.
Imagine you're a deep sea welder. It's 4 a.m., you're sleeping peacefully on your bunk when you're suddenly woken up by a ringing telephone. You answer it in a daze, and it's your boss screaming at you to come to the deck immediately.
Who would want to work as a deep sea welder? He was squished by the pressure, so he died.
And bring a blowtorch. Some kind of problem with the decompression chamber. So you rush out of the room, grab your acetylene torch, and head to the deck, where you find crew
Is this like a normal thing, like as a deep sea welder? Like, are you going to get woken up halfway through your sleep to try and to go weld something? Is that like a normal thing?
members rushing around panicked everywhere.
I know I'm asking you guys like you're all deep sea welders, you know? All my deep sea welders in chat.
You look off to one side and you see a crew member named Billy laid out on the deck, motionless.
dead.
He's flanked by 2 personnel doing CPR, and in the other direction you see another crew member named Martin. He's writhing on the ground in agony as a medic tightens a tourniquet on his leg. But before you can
Tourniquets are fucked up, by the way. Tourniquets are fucked up. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you have to wear a tourniquet. Because if you're wearing a tourniquet, you're gonna fucking lose that limb, bro. It's over for you. All right, tourniquets are fucked up to the highest extent. Okay. I was taught when I did lifeguard training. I was taught that when you are applying a tourniquet, if your fucking patient is not screaming in agony, then you're not doing it right. Which is kind of crazy to think about, but that's just kind of I don't know. God damn it, I moved the video, son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't like tourniquets.
figure out what happened to them, you hear the sound of your boss screaming at you from the side of the decompression chamber. A hatch needs to be cut open immediately. So you run over there, your heart pounding in your chest, and you realize as you get closer that there's a giant smudge around the hatch. In fact, it's blood. Lots of blood. Your foot slips as you're running, and you look back to see that you stepped on something that kind of looks like a slab of bacon. In fact, you have to slow down because your feet are sliding everywhere. The whole surface seems to be covered in some kind of grease. And other stuff. Finally, you reach the stuck hatch and you light the torch to cut it open, but as you turn to the hatch, you see that it's stuck, but just slightly open, maybe a 5-inch crack in the door. And you glance inside the crack as you start to cut, and you lay eyes on one of the most horrific workplace accidents of all time. An event so disturbing people will still be talking about it 40 years later. That oil rig was the Byford Dolphin. They say when you go in
Did we need answers for this though?
the ocean, you re-enter the food chain. It's a foreign environment, one we're not adapted to or designed for.
No music in the
And that's more
background?
true the
Bro's
further
raw
down you
dogging
go
this
as
video.
The weight of the water puts crushing pressure on the body. But sometimes we gotta go down there. Our modern world is a surprisingly extensive
Bro is
undersea
just raw
infrastructure.
dogging this video.
From offshore gas drilling to windmills to oil pipelines, undersea cables, there's a lot of stuff at the bottom of the sea that we all rely on. And all of that needs to be maintained. In fact, it's especially vulnerable to the elements because it's in the ocean. But that maintenance has to be done
These
by
guys
people.
get paid like kings
People
though?
who take on a special risk by going down there. Think about how hard this job is. You're doing construction work, like welding, bolting, cutting, the kind of stuff that would be a tough job on land, but you're doing it in the water. In basically a space
Yeah,
suit
they get
at
paid
depths
money,
too low for the sun to reach, so you're in total darkness. You're dragging massive cables along behind you the entire time, and the seafloor is constantly swirling dirt and
Yeah,
mud around
fuck,
you. So
I would
visibility
not do
is
this job
less
for
than zero
200K.
sometimes. But on top of all
I
of
would
that,
not do
maybe the
this for a
craziest thing
paycheck.
about this job is that you have to live in a tiny chamber for
I'm
28
good.
days while you're doing all that. It's a process known as saturation diving. So you've all heard of the bends, right? It's that condition that divers can get if they ascend too quickly. Well, imagine if instead of going down 20 or 30 feet, you're going down 600 feet or even 2,000 feet. Like, how long would it take to decompress every time you came to the surface? Actually, you don't have to guess. I can tell you. It's a day for every 100 feet of depth. So, yeah, it's 600 feet. You'd need 6 days to compress and decompress, according to the internet, anyway. So you can think of it like a bottle of soda.
What do you
right?
do for
So
that?
CO2
6 days
is
of
added at high
decompressing?
pressure, and it causes that to saturate into the water. Just like being underwater at high pressure causes gases to saturate into your blood. It's the same idea. But if you just release the pressure, then all those gases would come out of your blood. Bubbles would just form in your blood vessels. It would not be good. The trick is to turn the cap slowly.
The fizzy
like
bottle
really
sound-
slowly.
the
Slow enough
fizzy
that
bottle
bubbles
video.
just kind of don't form. The gas just sort of easily comes out of the solution. So if you're working down at the bottom of the ocean under those extreme pressures and you've got to go through a long decompression process every single time you come to the surface, a long and dangerous decompression process for that matter, that's a lot of wasted time and a lot of extra risk you're taking on. Unless you just stay pressurized. That's why saturation divers have to live in these tiny decompression chambers for weeks at a time, often up to 28 days. The way it's usually done is there's a pressure chamber on the surface vessel that the crew lives in for, again, up to about 28 days. They take turns working 8-hour shifts down at the sea floor, which they ride down to in a diving bell, kind of like an underwater elevator. After their shift is over, they go back up in the diving bell.
After their
down the diving
shift?
bell to the pressurized
How
living
much
quarter.
money do you need to do this? I don't know if I'd do it for any amount of money, not gonna lie. It would have to be an expedient amount of money, an extraordinary amount of money, like money I could live off for the rest of my life. I do this for a year and I live the rest of my life off that kind of money. Complete financial freedom. It'd have to be money.
And then do what they call a TUP, or a transfer under pressure, into the living quarters. Once that's sealed, the crew can then detach the diving bell for servicing. Although in some cases they do just kind of stay at the bottom of the ocean in a deep sea habitat. Okay, so just to put this pressure in perspective, think about how your ears pop when you're ascending or descending on a plane.
This happens.
So they pressurize planes to be at about the same as 8,000 feet of elevation. That's about 0.74 atmospheres. So that difference that you're feeling is between 1 atmosphere and 0.74 atmosphere. It's literally a quarter of an atmosphere difference. Saturation divers go from 1 atmosphere up to 19 atmospheres. Some even higher than that. The deepest saturation dive was done in 1992 by a company that was kind of researching the limits of this. They sent a diver to 2,300 feet of depth. That equaled
Some guy just did
71.1
this.
atmospheres of pressure. This is still the deepest saturation dive of all time and the most pressure any human being has ever experienced. Oh, by the way, the air that they breathe in those tanks, it's not just oxygen, it's actually what they call trimix. It's a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, and helium. Helium because it's inert, so it doesn't react to anything, and it's also very low density, which makes it easier to breathe under pressure. But being that it's helium, it does have the expected side effects of breathing helium. That, combined with the fact that sound just kind of works differently under higher pressures, means that these people, some of the most badass construction workers on the planet, people doing construction work on the bottom of the ocean, are talking back and forth to each other, sounding like this.
Hello, hello. Well, it's the 19th of December.
Anyway, I hope that gave you a smile.
They just do
because
that shit casually.
The rest of this video is horrifying. The Byford Dolphin was drilling in a gas field in the North Sea on November 5th, 1983.
Oh, they're
There were
extracting
4
natural
divers total,
gas.
including
Love
2
that.
British divers, Edwin Arthur Coward and Roy P. Lucas, and 2 Norwegian divers, Bjorn Bergeson and Truls Hellevik. The depth that they were diving required that they be pressurized to 9 atmospheres, and they worked in shifts, with the British
not
crew
that
going
bad.
down together while the Norwegians rested, and then vice versa. In the early morning hours of November 5th, Coward and Lucas were resting in their sleeping chamber, which in diagrams is chamber 2.
They
Bergeson
chilling.
and Hellevik had just come back up to the decompression chamber after finishing their 8-hour shift, which actually ran a few hours over. Once at the surface, they docked the diving bell to the decompression chamber with the help of 2 dive tenders, William Crammond and Martin Saunders. The way it works is that they dock to a trunk that kind of sticks out from the pressure chamber. It's kind of like an airlock in space terms, but once that connection is sealed, the trunk is then pressurized to 9 atmospheres. Then the crew can crawl across the tunnel. This is that transfer under pressure that I was talking about. They open the hatch to get into the pressure chamber, climb in, reseal the hatch, and then the dive tenders depressurize the trunk and detach the diving bell. Now,
Okay.
this was something that they did
Pretty
all the
dank.
time, day after day, but on this particular day, something went wrong. What exactly happened has never been fully understood, though one of the crew did get the brunt of the blame, possibly unfairly. I'll get to that in a minute.
I make a lot of mistakes at work. I don't know if I'd want to do this.
Some say it may have been a
It's just different when somebody's life is on the line, right?
communication issue because of the stormy conditions that day, but basically what happened is this. Bergerson had entered the chamber first and stood on the opposite side of the chamber while Hellevik was in the process of closing the hatch. But just before the hatch was fully closed, one of the dive tenders opened the clamp to free the tunnel from the diving bell. Again, we don't know if it was a communication issue or a mistake brought about by tiredness and fatigue.
I don't care if you're tired and fatigued and you make that kind of mistake, you still fucked up though.
But when that clamp was loosened, the pressure shot out of that chamber. Just in case you're wondering how powerful 9 atmospheres of pressure can be, the diving bell weighed 80,000 pounds. This sent it flying across the platform. That diving bell smashed into Crammond and Saunders with the force of a semi-truck at full speed.
Oh, so they dead.
Crammond held on long enough for the helicopter to rescue him and pick him up, but he died on the way to the hospital. Saunders managed to survive but suffered multiple extensive injuries, including a broken back and a broken neck.
Oh,
He was
broken
actually
back
the only
and a
survivor of the
broken
Byford
neck?
Dolphin incident, because the 4 guys inside the chambers, well, this is where things get really grisly. I would give you a content warning and ask you to skip ahead, but let's be honest, if you clicked on
Do I have to learn about this? I don't want to learn about this now, because now he's going to describe it in fucking graphic detail, and I super don't want to watch this. I'll keep doing it, but this is not something that I am, like, super fucking invested in. I don't need to hear how he fucking grisly described the death of these four fuckers.
this video, this is the part that you came here for. Freaks.
Yeah,
Howard, Lucas,
it
and
is some
Bergerson-
freaky shit, bro. I like the story. The story is interesting, but I don't like the grisly death explanation. You know?
Just dropped dead. Actually, Bergerson dropped dead because he was standing when it happened. Coward and Lucas were actually in their beds, probably asleep, so they just died.
Oh, okay, that's casual. I'm cool with that. Just dropping dead. I'm with it.
That's what it looked like from the outside anyway. They just stopped breathing and maybe got a little puffy because instantaneously nitrogen and other gases just surged out of their blood and tissues like a Mentos and Diet Coke. Their blood literally boiled inside of them. In less than a second, there were bubbles filling every inch of their bodies. Blood circulation obviously was impossible, and their bodies just stopped functioning.
Okay, maybe not the greatest way to go, but I could imagine worse.
Like, if you want to try to imagine what that would be like,
I don't
you might
want
think
to.
it would be like suffocating because no blood can get to your brain. Like, you might have a brief moment of panic as you become conscious of what's happening. But here's the thing. Their brains were boiling too. So they weren't aware of anything. It was just over.
Okay.
The
casual.
autopsy report talked about how this degassing of their blood also kind of solidified lipids and fats in their bodies. And they explain it like this. Quote, in the cardiac chambers and the great vessels around the heart, both arteries and veins, large amounts of free fats were found. This fat was mixed with gas bubbles and looked like sizzling butter in a frying pan.
Okay.
That's horrible. But as horrible as that sounds, it's what happened to the fourth diver that's made the Byford Dolphin incident so memorable. Yeah, as I was saying before, Hillovic was in the process of closing the hatch when this decompression happened. The hatch itself is 60 centimeters, or about 2 feet in diameter. But it was most of the way closed when it happened, leaving about a 5-inch gap. A 5-inch gap that Hillovic was standing right in front of. So remember how I was saying that the force was strong enough to throw an 80,000-pound steel diving bell like it's a rag doll? Well, there was that much force, then there was Hillovic, and then there was a 5-inch gap.
Yeah, we got that,
It
bro.
literally fired him out of the decompression chamber like a cannon. And he didn't go through smoothly either. To get much more grotesque, his body basically was pushed up against that gap in the door, which was right in front of his abdomen.
Cool. We don't need the animation. It's super okay.
And the pressure then pushed through his body, sending his abdominal organs flying through the hole.
Cool. Good to know, dude.
And then
Sick.
the rest of his body
Amazing.
folded in half backward.
All right, are we good? All right, can I leave now? Are we okay? Yeah, we got the we got the idea, bro. Bro folded in half like a fucking origami. We got it. I understand. Mother Nature decided to play origami with the dude. 10 more minutes?
And just got shredded through there. Only everything that I just said happened in a span of microseconds. From an outside perspective, there was just an explosion of body parts that covered the deck of the platform. One body part that they couldn't even figure out what it was found 10 feet above the decompression chamber. It took 4 body bags to collect all of his remains, and the investigators still didn't think they got all of it. Now, you might be noticing that I'm not using any actual pictures of the event in this video, and no.
Shocker. Who could have fucking guessed?
I'm not, for all the obvious reasons, but I did use the autopsy report as a source. It is linked below. It's just as brutal as you think, so it is not for the squeamish. No, it literally just like, it literally flayed him apart. For me.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
I don't like thinking about this. Somebody
Clearly that's a fucking lie, you freaky frog. You made a damn video on it. To be fair, you got 1 million views, so maybe it's just money. Money.
Paid for this, right? Well, I mentioned earlier that one of the divers took most of the blame for it. That diver was Billy Crammond. So yeah, Crammond is one of the dive tenders that was helping to secure the diving bell to the chamber as the crew performed their TUP. And he was the one that pulled the clamp before the chamber hatch had fully closed, which is a mistake he paid for with his life. So when the families and the governments and the companies behind it were looking for answers for what happened, it was pretty easy for them to just point the finger at him. The company behind it, by the way, was Comex. They were the ones that were operating the Byford Dolphin, and it was in the jurisdiction of the Norwegian government. It was part of their sea area. But yeah, most of the blame landed on Crammond, and in fact, so much hate was directed at Crammond that his widow, Ruth Crammond, had to move away from her home in Edinburgh.
That is
but of course,
wild.
it's not that cut and dried. Obviously, the company wanted to wash their hands of the whole thing, and the easiest way to do that was just to direct all the blame at Crammond, because, to take responsibility would cost them
Of
a lot
course,
money.
like having shitty procedures.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
But the reality is the company did make decisions that contributed to this accident.
Yeah, shitty
And those
procedures.
decisions were also all about the money. Because it turns out that this kind of accident was 100% preventable by a simple interlocking mechanism that keeps the clamp from releasing until the hatch.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, like, isn't there just a system that stops you from making a dumb decision? Like, normally that's pretty buck standard in most situations. Right? Like, it's kind of hard to make it. Like, most well-designed things make it very hard to do dumb shit, right?
Hatch is closed. And this wasn't some fancy newfangled technology. In fact, regulations had been passed in 1982 that made these mandatory on saturation dive rigs, but it only applied to new construction projects. The Byford Dolphin was kind of grandfathered in. So they didn't have to install it, but they could have, and they chose not to. At the same time, they were pushing these divers on longer and longer shifts. Industry standard was about 8-hour shifts, but Comex actually lobbied the Norwegian government to allow for longer shifts.
Lobbied?
This means the divers were working for as long as 14 to 18 hours at a time.
14 hours
of course they
chilling underwater welding shit?
were exhausted and out of their minds at 4 a.m. in a roiling sea. It's almost like working people way past when it's safe is unsafe. But perhaps the real victims on all of this were the families of the 6 men involved. The Norwegian government did pay some compensation to the families of Bergersen and Helvik because they were Norwegian citizens. Saunders was granted a disability benefits through the UK, though I'm sure.
Damn, Quora. Going to answers on Quora is crazy, actually. The lifespan for diver welders is ranging from 35 to 40 years. Fuck. That is not amazing. Yeah. I can't imagine that is good for you, right? Working at places, working at times, scuba board. Ever since I've decided to go into commercial diving, I've been in contact with quite a few commercial divers who work in the industry and have been doing for 15 plus years. Some people just want to do commercial diving. 22nd years of commercial, 16 years in saturation breathing mixed gas. Good to know. All right. So, don't become a saturation diver is what I have is what we've learned today. Have we all gained some knowledge today? Have we all found some information that we find useful? I hope so. Yeah, I don't really plan on commercial diving anytime soon. I don't think I'd find it very fun. If I go into Indeed, I wonder if I'll find any. I'm going to look up saturation diver on Indeed. Underwater diver. We are okay, hold on, what is this? we are seeking an underwater diver tender. Talented. Large diameter pipeline cleaning, video inspection, and rehabilitation. Talented and experienced commercial diver for a full-time position. (6 a.m. to 5 p.m.) 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this some kind of sick fucking joke for 18 bucks an hour? 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. You want me to work 6 p.m., 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Who the fuck is Atlantic Pipe Services? That is the scummiest fuck company I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life. Oh my god. Get out. I didn't want all that. Who the fuck is Atlantic Pipe Services? LLC? Anything that says LLC at the end of it is not trustworthy. 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. That has got to break the labor laws. That can't be right. How many days a week? Insane. Crazy. Crazy. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe Indeed is not the place to find saturation diver challenges or jobs. Not that I especially wanted one, but you know, in case you were looking, guys, maybe go into LinkedIn for that. Oh look, Amaranth is playing video games in a bra. Who could have thought? Yeah, I think I will, honestly. I've done enough reacting. I did like an hour of like talking about rando shit, yeah? I guess I just troll on forces for a little bit. I don't know what else to do. I'm kind of stalling for time now. What should I do? Should I end stream early? I kind of want to. Low-key, because I have other stuff that I really need to get done. Like, I need to make sure that my voter registration is, like, voter registrated. And also, I just want to chill for a little bit. I want to, like, just take a break. I also need to work on this damn song. I need to get some good lyrics. Dude, I actually have a pretty good flow going up to it on stream. Crazy. I don't know if I can work on this song on stream. You guys would call me cringe. I don't know if I could tank that, honestly. You guys would bully me and make fun of me. I don't want to be made fun of by a bunch of fucking people. Because, like, the beat is still the same. But I feel I ain't getting respect. I needed some funding to flex. So I bought a chain with my name on my neck. Feeling like Bush how I go into debt. Inflating the budget won't hit a recession. And then I'm trying to find a good rhyme because recession, debt, recession, and then hopefully I can do that recession, pension, and pension refers to government jobs. And I'm hoping I can find some kind of punchline with recession into pension. I don't know what else to go off of that. Here's another line I thought of. I pork barrel your hoe till she all up in my district. I don't know what that's gonna rhyme with, but I have it. I made it. I also have the classic line, the 75, 60, 2/3 of bad bitches want to sit on my dick. That's a super majority. Kind of a bar. Oh yeah, okay. I actually thought of I actually need to, okay. I need a serious opinion on this. Derpnap, I need a serious opinion on this. I need to know if this is too far. Because this is supposed to be like a fun little happy, you know, go lucky rap song. That's just us fucking around with like, you know, oh, we're making political references and we're pretending like we're a gangster, right? Like the classic, you know, whatever. I don't know if this bar is too far. Because I said, okay, here's the line. Or here's the entire like context. I feel like Joe Biden, I might just sleep on a candidate. If he wants smoke, then we go find him. Pull up at his rally, add 1 to the tally, the bullet gon' soar by him. Now, I think the problem with this line is not the pull up to his rally, it's the add 1 to the tally. Because that's referring to the guy that got fucking murked in the first Donald Trump assassination attempt, the guy that got killed. I feel like I feel like I shouldn't go that far. That feels a little bit like close to home, right? Pull up at his rally, add 1 to the tally. It's a good rhyme, but I don't know if like the actual meaning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because what I am saying is I'm insinuating that Joe Biden was the one who sent the assassination attempt after Donald Trump, and I feel like Joe Biden, which is a funny concept. Joe Biden sending an assassination attempt after Trump. I think that's funny, but I feel like it's a little bit too close when I can reference the guy who actually got murked. So I want to change that, but I don't know what to change it to because I want to make a reference to the Donald Trump assassination, but I want to make it like funny while still being like hard, right? And I think the bullet going soar by him, I think that's a good line. It's just like what comes before it. I feel like Joe Biden, I might just sleep on a candidate. If you want smoke, then we go and find him. Pull up at his rally. I don't know what to go. I don't know what to do after that. Because I think I can reference Donald Trump assassination without coming off like an asshole. Just the way I do it, right? The bar I use. Because it does need to be about... I put the rims on Air Force One to show how we low Ryan. I like that bar. I put the tint in the rims on Air Force One. It's funny because there's already tint on Air Force One. It's just the rims is funny. Putting the rims on fucking Air Force One. Honestly, that kind of goes hard. I'm with it. I'm just a rapper, gamers. What can I say? Loretta, I see you walking every now and then. Okay. We need music. What kind of music do we want to listen to? Do we have any desires? Future funk DJ mix. 80s, 90s, and 2000s mix. Heck yes. Some basic ass shit right here. Nothing special. This is not from the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, I guarantee you that. Oh shit, yeah, okay. You know what's nice? I know what our next album is going to be. You know what's not nice? I haven't texted the guy who does have the album of the week. I gotta do that. Hold on, I'm gonna do that really quick. Congratulations. I did not spell congratulations right, by the way. No, I already have one, sorry. It's from our European femboy, our resident European femboy, who's also a model, by the way. Congratulations. Oh yeah, he's not European. Fuck, I keep on forgetting he's not a European femboy. He's a fucking African femboy. South African. I keep on forgetting that. Yeah, it is crazy. Because they only just got rid of, like, hating black people legally. I have to give my opinion, because whenever I send these messages of congratulations, the album that you suggested is the album of the week, I have to give my opinion, because that's going to be the next question, right? So I just have to type out my opinion. It does kind of feel bad, like somebody suggested an album to you and then I have to go and fucking shit all over it because I fucking didn't like it. Okay, I don't know what else to type. He'll probably hit me back with something. I hate having to fucking like not like somebody's album. I really do. Unless it's like a member of my chat, in which case we're not friends and I don't care about your feelings. Real. But it's not like it's not something I don't want to hate any album I listen to, okay? I don't take pleasure in this, okay? I know that you guys think that I'm some kind of freak. I just love. I want to hate on everything I see, but no, I'm not a hater at heart. I'm a lover. I'm a lover and I want to be a lover, but I'm just passionate, okay? And so it ends up leading to hate. The passion leads to hate, chat. You don't understand. When you really care about something, it does things to you, man. You don't get it. You don't understand what it's like. I have passion in everything I do. I desire, I love, I hate. I do everything, I try to do everything that I love 100%. I don't fucking spare any expense. If I really like doing it, then I'm not going to do it halfway. And that is where all my problems start and end, fundamentally. Where the fuck are you coming from? Does Futa do that? Exactly. If I was passionate about Futa, then I would do it 100%. I would do it 100% of the way through. I would spare no expense. Unfortunately, for all the Futa enjoyers out there, I'm not passionate about Futa, so I think you're just gonna have to live with that L. I'm just not passionate, you know? I don't got that passion running through my veins. I know that some of y'all got that fire going through, but not me. Do you think that it's part? Do you think that it's part of the female tax that women have to, that women on an aggregate probably pay more for sex toys than men do? Do you think that's true? Which gender pays more for sex toys? You would think it would be women, right? Because I feel like there are like there might be like freaky deaky men that are out there buying shit, but I think like on an aggregate, most men aren't fucking spending their money on freaky deaky shit, right? But I think women, or like most average women, would consider spending their money on some freaky shit, not because they're freaks, but because they're like normal people. That's like a pretty normal thing. Because their toys are better. Exactly. Yeah, it seems kind of unfair, right? Like, I have to fucking charge my vibrator every single time I want to get off? Like, why do I have to think ahead so much? I have to keep my vibrator at full charge? Damn it, I can't get off. I'm only at 10% charge. I have to wait. Can you even vibe when it's on the charger? Would you even want that? That's like using your phone when it's on the charger. About this in Food and Passion now? Sorry, I was just talking about how I like doing things with passion. It started as a conversation about how I don't like shitting on people's like albums Because like okay, the way that I think about it is like you suggested me something, like right, like you gave me something like that you care about, something that you really like, and you said I want you to listen to this and I want you to like this. And now I have to go to you and I have to say, well, I appreciate that you sent me this suggestion and I appreciate that you really like this thing, but I don't like it as much as you do. And that sucks. I don't like that because I know what it's like to share something that you really like with somebody and then they're like I don't like this thing, right? It's not a good feeling. I don't like that. And so then that transferred into a conversation about me being passionate about things. I like to do things 100% of the way through if I'm passionate about it. And then MJ brought it to sex. You care if you like it? Well, no. I think there's some part of you that's like you don't care in the way that's like it's not gonna fucking ruin your day. But you would have been happier if I would have liked the album, I think. Alright, and I would have been happier too if I liked the album, okay? We both would have been happier if I liked the album more. But unfortunately, I just didn't like it as much. And that's fine. That's just how life is. And we're both adults and we can both accept that fact. But it still kind of sucks. At the end of the day, it still kind of fucking sucks. But thank you for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it. I mean that with all my heart. I really do appreciate the suggestion. Okay? Anybody who is, you know, I don't want to say brave enough because that sounds like I'm talking down to you. You're so brave. Lymph, you're so brave of suggesting a fucking album to me. You're so brave and heroic. No, like, come on. But, like, yeah. I appreciate you, putting yourself out there like that. I like that. Thank you for the album. It's on the list. He doesn't appreciate it? I don't, actually. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to keep you around so I can extort you for, I don't know, something or other. I'm sure I'll find something to extort you for at some point in the near future, but... Average streamer? Exactly. No, I only do this because, like, I know you. Like, if you were just, like, a name in my chat, then I wouldn't give a shit about you. But I've played video games with you, and I've spoken with you on voice chat. So, I have more care than you, than, like, the average chatter. So you've earned that, right, you know? I don't throw you out like a piece of disposable garbage, you know? You're like a human being now. You know, MJ? MJ's not a human being. Sorry. I should stop. I should stop this bit before it goes too far. Yeah. So that is the album of the week. We're talking about it on Tuesday. But the next album of the week will be, and I already have it. I already have it lined up, so nobody can give me any other suggestions. This is already the album of the week. It's not changing. Shadows aren't humans. That's real. Somebody had to say it. It is... Let me pull it up. Let me pull up my my list. Mesmerize by a System of Down. Or maybe a System of Down by Mesmerize. Okay, yeah, it is a studio... Okay, it's Mesmerized by System of Down. I have never heard of these people in my life. When was it made? Is it going to be another, like, 19-somethings album? 2000. 2005, so it is old as fuck. Okay. It is heavy metal? Oh, no. Fuck, why do people keep suggesting heavy metal to me? Why? Oh, my God. System of Down? I actually just realized that. Yes, System of Down. You've never heard of a System of Down? No, I've never heard of System of Down. I don't like heavy metal. This is like this is a historic trend. Don't suggest me heavy metal shit. I will not like it. What rock do you love under? The fucking normal rock where people don't... I don't like rock music. I didn't listen to rock music before this list happened, okay? Before, oh my god, they fucking actually made these a balanced spot. Holy shit. No, but before this list happened, I didn't listen to rock music. I don't like rock music. I'm just not a fan. Now this list has given me a more appreciation towards rock music. I appreciate it a lot more now, but I still don't listen to it casually. Okay, it's not something I just do. So like all these casual like rock bands that you're like, oh my god, they're so like cool. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them. You have to understand, I'm coming into this space fresh as a baby bird. Rock was cool back in the day, but it ain't back in the day anymore, okay? We listen to K-pop now. Don't you understand? We young now. He's a brat. I like Brat. Brat was a good album. And if you can't accept that, MJ, then I'm sick of you, brother. Brat was a good album, and I suggest anybody to listen to it. Even the rock fans of the world, they should listen to Brat, because it was a good fucking album. You're just a hater, bro. Where the hell did you come from? You listened to it, and I disliked it. That's fine. That's cool. I'm glad that you listened to it. Because at least you have a fucking opinion now. Alright? I will continue to talk about Dragon Ball Z and not even not engage with the media at all and have a strong opinion about it. I will continue to do this. Will my opinion be justified? No, but I will have it. But now I can have an opinion about the albums I've listened to. Because I've listened to them. Everything. I will skibbity to the polls, bro. I actually need to get my skibbity ballot in the mail since we're about to vote. The presidential election is happening soon, Limped. The most economically important nation in the world is going to have a new president. That could be very important. Especially when we're in the midst of a global recession. Because whenever the US is having a recession, it usually means that the globe is having a recession. And that's borne out in the data. So if we start going into a full-fledged recession and all the economic factors say, yay, it's recession time, you're in trouble, boy. You're not insulated. So. Oh, they opened up. Damn, they changed this map. Kind of fuck with the changes, though. Who even goes to the polls anymore? I just gotta make sure I get my ballot in the mail, because I really do want to get... I really do want to vote, and by what I mean need. I think that if you don't vote, then you don't have an opinion. Or you shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion. And that goes for anybody who has a democracy, okay? If you have a democracy in your country, or you're allowed to vote for anything relating to politics, if you don't vote, then you shouldn't have an opinion. Still hate the U.S. grasp around the globe. That's fine if you hate it. It doesn't change the fact that it still exists. Okay, you're just mad because we fucking protect your bitch asses from getting invaded by Russia every day, okay? Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Because we all know that Jonathan Putin is foaming at the fucking mouth to put back the Soviet Union together, okay? We all know. We all know. Nobody's surprised, Jonathan Putin. Get along like real men? That's real. That's real. That's very real. But unfortunately, life is not so simple. Unfortunately, people are assholes, and they exploit the kindness of others for their personal gain. Smile. That's life. Men kissing. I'm with it. Me when I look at gay porn that's so hot that I almost like I get tempted. It's happened. I'm just the realest one to say it. I think that more people in the world should be open to American football. Here's actually my hot take. Here's my hot take. I think that if American football wasn't called football, I think that way more people would watch it. The problem is that we've branded it as football. And if we just called it something else, I think way more people would watch it. Dead ass. Because that, like, as I've grown up and as I've grown older, I've realized that American football is a fucking sick sport. It's actually a really good sport. Rugby is a thing? Well, no. Like, rugby is not the same, man. Rugby is not the same. Okay? There's something else. Like, football is cooler. Alright? Nothing in rugby is like a fucking 70-yard fucking Hail Mary down the field into double coverage. You can't experience that in rugby. Okay? You don't know what that's like to have a guy with an arm the size of a fucking truck throw a football 70 yards down the fucking field to some rando receiver who's built like a monster truck with two guys doing everything they can to kill him and watching him catch that fucking football, bro. There's nothing like that. Okay? Nothing in rugby will give you that elation. You've never seen that, bro. I've seen plays in football that have made a grown man cry. And it's because it's beautiful. It's because it's goddamn beautiful. It's because it's the peak of human athleticism. Don't care for sports in general? That's chill. I think you should. I think everybody should give a shit about sports because I think sports are super cool because they're the greatest storytelling in our society. And fundamentally, we all love stories. We all love good stories. That's a universal human thing. We all love a good story. And sports are the best stories. And they're happening in real time in front of you. And it's not fake and it's not played. It's not the good guy is always going to win and the bad guy is always going to lose. Sometimes the bad guy wins and sometimes you just have to tank that. And it means that whenever the good guy wins, whenever your good guy wins, it feels so fucking good. Nothing makes it feel good like sports makes it feel good. And nothing makes it feel bad like sports makes it feel bad. It actually makes it feel something. And that's what I love about it. In a world where it feels like emotions are being fucking snuffed out, where it's so hard to find something that makes it feel when everything is so desensitized to all the sanity and craziness, something as stupid as two men fucking playing a made-up sport about a ball makes me feel something. And god damn it, that's special. We should protect that. I saw that guy coming too. What are you... weird ass? If I'd gotten that kill, imagine. Fuck, dude. I would have like raked in the points. Where did you come from, brother? Holy guns. God damn it. I hate impact grenades, brother. Because my grenades suck so bad compared to them. Where? I don't know where they're coming from, man. Frickety frick, brother. And that's what I'm saying. This is a problem. What is brother yapping about? I got stuck in a goddamn wall, okay? Am I allowed to comment on my glitchness into a wall? Now I'm not yapping about anything. I finished my yap session. I did a passionate fucking... I was talking about how I like sports for a little bit, and then I kind of like... I don't know. I finished the speech. Then I kind of like... I had to take a second to recharge. Just making a porno? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do tend to moan like that. Alright, sure. My apologies. It's called practice, okay? You mention it? Yeah, that also, but it was a combination of factors. You know, I've made an executive decision in my life. I don't think I want to be in a porn video. I don't think I'd want to film porn of any kind. Even if I was into it. Even if I had a good time. I don't think I want my face to be attached to... I don't want my face and or my naked body together on the internet. Now maybe if you blur my face, maybe we can have a conversation, if the money's right. But I think the problem is that if the money is not right, and it usually will not be, I don't think I would want that. Because the problem with being a porn star is that there is kind of like only one career path you get into, and that's just directing. They give you glasses? I don't think that's gonna help. Blood, this is not a comic book. I can't just become Superman. Oh, they'll never know who I am. I'll put on the glasses. I'm not fucking Clark Kent, my guy. That's not how this shit works. Just because I put on a mustache and a pair of sunglasses. Now, like I said, if they blurred my face, then maybe we can have a conversation about it. Okay, we can have a conversation. But as is, the current regulations that I would assumedly be working under is I don't think I'd shoot a porn video. I also don't think I'm not at the point yet where I'd be interested in buying a prostitute or purchasing sex in any kind of way, which I think is a good thing. I think if you're at that point, then a lot of things have gone wrong in your life. What if you make okay signs with your hands and put them to your face like a mask while going to town? So you're telling me that I'm 5 inches deep and I should be putting on one of these? I don't know if this is a feasible... this could work. But I don't know if this is feasible long term. They might not know who I am. That's true. I think that if I didn't tell you who I was, I don't think you'd know. If you saw it. Bro, okay, here's actually something really funny I could do. Here's a funny thing. I could be in a porn video, but instead of like some normal shit, it's like some really, really freaky shit. Like some really, really freaky shit. Right? And so if anybody in my chat says, yo, I feel like I recognize you from a video, and then they're self-reporting, we all know that they're a fucking freak. We all know what they're into, right? So it becomes a self-fulfilling, like you can't tell that you, like, you know, you might have recognized me, but you can't say that you've recognized me, because if you do, then you're self-reporting. Honestly, could be a good cover. Maybe we found a workaround here. Selling pigs on Feet Finder. Hey, not bad. If it, hey man, you know, money's money at the end of the day, right? Look, if there was an opportunity of a lucrative career of me selling feet pics, fuck it, man, I'd fucking do it. Are you kidding me? Feet pics, that's it, bro? That shit's the easiest shit ever. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Unironically free. Unironically free. Are you kidding me? Like, all these girls that do OnlyFans, and they literally are just, just them in, like, it's just them in bikinis and shit. Like, oh my god, how free is that? You don't have to do anything. Just, like, go to fucking Target, get, like, a new bathing suit, put it on one time, and then return it. Like, holy shit. It's such an infinite money glitch, and you don't have to show off anything that you wouldn't show off, like, comfortably at, like, a local pool or something. I don't, like these OnlyFans girls just have it, like, they just have it easy, man. They are living life on easy mode. Like, at least, like, back in my day, porn stars had to do actual work if they wanted, you know, young, lonely, single guys to lust over them, okay? These days, these girls are just getting any old dude to lust over them, and they're not even showing anything, okay? They're not even putting in the hard work. What's happened to this generation? Nobody wants to put in work anymore. Should do that. I'd pay. No, you would not. You're lying. And you know why I know you're lying? Because my feet are actually fucking nasty as shit. I've had calluses on those fucking feet for years, okay? My feet are dead-ass nasty. I'm not kidding. I've had dry skin fucking flaking off those things for years, okay? I'm not fronting. That's just the way it is. Thank God I stopped walking around in my old ass shoes. I've just managed to, like, get rid of my, like, my heel calluses. I used to have heel calluses that were thick as fuck from walking around in really bad shoes. Alright? I just got rid of my feet are healing right now, okay? I'm in the healing stage. Yes, I should. That is something I should do. But I'm also saying, like, hey, if I was famous enough to make it on Feet Fighter, my feet would not be up there. I also think just male feet are less attractive than female feet. And that's just not me being into women. That's just like I'm not into feet, but if I was if I was trying to rank feet objectively on how attractive they were, like, men fucking grow hair on their feet, bro. I got hair on my feet. That can't be attractive, right? Having hair on your feet, that cannot be attractive. My shaved ass feet, you have to look at that shit? What if I nick my fucking feet? When I'm shaving, my career is over. I nicked my foot. I'm gonna have to put, like, makeup on. I'm gonna have to learn how to do makeup for my feet. Thank God I'm not a foot model, okay? Holy shit. Motherfuckers like hair and shit, but that's like the problem is like when you're an OnlyFans dog, you're not trying to appeal to like niche audiences. You're trying to appeal to the general masses because that's what's gonna get you money. There's very few niche audiences that can maintain a living, right? Generally, you're trying to be as broad as possible in your category, right? If you can keep it broad, you're generally gonna do better, right? There's always going to be a market for niche shit, but it's just going to be like you're just making less money off of it. I think what's better is that you cultivate an audience that's there for like general shit, but then you like every so often you do some niche shit so you can get those people every so often, right? That would be the marketing strategy, right? If I were a profile manager for a OnlyFans creator, that's what I would do. If I were to make suggestions. All right, here's our business strategy for the month. All right. I need you to go to Target and buy 10 pairs of fucking of thong bikinis. Stat. It's called making business decisions, okay? It's called a business expense. Have you heard of it? We might just go to the Goodwill for that shit. Go to the Goodwill. When I pull up at the Goodwill looking for booty shorts. The 3 for $3. 3 for $9. Cut out the middleman. I'm not hot enough though, that's the problem. I have a fat ass, and I've talked about this before. I do have a fat ass. But I don't think that carries. I think the problem is that you need the whole package. And right now the whole I could probably get it, but I have no taste in fashion and I don't know how to do makeup. And I think that kind of ends it. Right? Because theoretically, the way that you do femboy shit is that you put on like the fucking COVID mask, you have some kind of like cute design on the front. And then you take pictures usually with that plus a skirt, right? That's usually the wombo combo, probably with some extensions. But you also need some like general knowledge of like clothing and posing and makeup. Like I know how to pose. I'm a goddamn photographer. I know how to pose, okay? That's not the problem. The problem is not the posing. The problem is just the actual like makeup. Now another strategy I could go for is like digital manipulation, right? Because I do know how to do that. Honestly, I could just fucking pull up Photoshop and I can maybe, honestly, maybe if I can find a way to Photoshop it out convincingly. But then I need to shave. Oh my god. I'd hate to shave my legs. If I had to do it, bro, if I had to shave my legs, I'd lose my mind. I couldn't do it. People are like, oh my god, girls have to shave their legs. They have it so hard. Okay, that's cap, by the way, because girls don't fucking grow that much hair on their legs, bro. Not compared to dudes. All right, respectfully, women, I understand that shaving your legs isn't like the funnest thing in the world. I'm with that, but like, I feel like it's a lot easier for you to actually shave your legs if you wanted to. As a guy, I'm in the fucking trenches because my hair is fucking. It's thick. It doesn't shave easy. It doesn't come off like that, okay? I can't just run a razor on it and just like, oh, it'll go away. That's not how this shit works, bro. I need like a heavy-duty razor for that kind of shit, alright? This is not easy. I can't get a cheap disposable thing. I can do a brick wall. I'm just talking about what I've seen, alright? And I know for a fact that it's a lot easier to shave your legs as a woman than it is as a man. Hand on God. I will stand by that take. Feminist Sheepo 03 over here. Not that women should have to shave their legs or anything. I support women being able to make their own choices. I know, brave take, but... we all have to say unpopular things sometimes. What a rat boy angle this is. Man, I might need to pull out the sniper rifle. These snipers are kind of dominant. Yeah, if I had a sniper there, that guy was dead. Or maybe I just need to take the fight to the snipers. What's up, buddy? Want to kill my teammates? Yeah, nice try. I guard these towers. I'm the sniper now, buddy. What is this gun? Oh, nice gun. Mind if I use it for personal gain? Towers. Something about towers. God damn it. I got clipped by a BFG. They're twins. Something about that. Never forget. If I've deduced this correctly, I believe you're referring to 9/11. The event where ISIS flew 2 passenger jets into the Twin Towers and also a third one into the Pentagon. I remember that particular event. I was alive for it. Was I? I don't think I was. I was born after 9/11. That happened in 2001. Never mind. I was not alive during 9/11. Wait, hold on. That was 2001, right? Yeah, 2001. Yeah, okay. I was not alive for 9/11. Cool. Never forget. Never forget. Sometimes you gotta put a fraudulent bum down, you know what I'm saying? God damn it. Sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta be the fraudulent bum that gets put down. You know what I'm saying? Who is fucking taking these pot shots at me, brother? From where? God damn it, what a snipe. Fraudulent bum. It happens to the best of us. Just wait until I start practicing my Minecraft PvP. He stole my gun and killed me with it. I don't like this game. Colt LMG. I hate that gun. Can't spell for shit, happens. Welcome to the club. Gotta love spell check. Learning how to spell is an overrated skill these days anyway. I don't blame you. As long as you know how to spell most common words, you're gonna be okay. Spell check, baby. Why do you have to think so hard? Oh man, a canted site? Like anybody even uses those. Am I right, guys? Mental torture? Yeah, I was thinking. Or I wasn't thinking. That is a good thought, though. I feel like being bilingual is fucking hard. How do you learn how to do both? How do you just keep them? But how do you keep two languages in your head like that? Does it just become like a natural thing at some point, or like, or do you just start like to forget one language after a while, or do you just like start like you just suck at speaking one language, or you suck at writing one language? Do you have to switch your keyboard on your phone whenever you're typing in different languages? Keyboard is a pain. That's really funny. Because like what I've heard from most like bilingual people is that generally they're like you have one main language and one secondary language, right? So it's not like as often of a thing like, oh, I just have to switch between languages every other day, right? You kind of just chill with one language, and then you have like the other language whenever you want to, like, I don't know, talk shit about somebody and you don't want to know what they're saying, or you don't want them to know what you're saying about them, right? That's normally how it goes, yeah. Yes, allow me to phase through a billboard. Why not? Could you work as a translator if you wanted to? Are you good enough at English and Swedish to work as a translator? Is that even a necessary, like, I can't imagine that's like a super necessary job, but if it was a job, I'd say so. Would you want to? I suck dick. Because I feel like being a translator, being AI is going to take... No, I disagree. Unless AI gets really good, which I think it could, but I think we're hitting a point of, like, diminishing returns with AI. Where, because, what's hard to, like, translate, it's not just, like, word for word, it's translating the meaning, like, the feeling, the ideas, right? You're not just translating, like, what does this say? It's like, what does this mean, right? Like when I say, you know, what's like an English... I'm trying to think of a good, like, equivalent. Of a buzzword era? Yeah, look. I am of the opinion that AI is at the point of, is getting to a point of diminishing returns, right? Like, at some point, AI, like, this happens every time. At some point, the technology is not going to develop as fast as we want it to, or as it once was, because we are at the, we are at the beginning stages of AI, right? Or we were, at least. But now it feels like we're starting to get to the point where we're asking it to do very, very, very complex things. And unless, like, there's some major innovation, it's not going to happen yet. Yeah, but I think that's, like, literally just response to the market. I think that is, like, that's going to get phased out the moment consumers start to show that's, like, we don't give a fuck about AI. And I think that, like, companies are going to put out these AI products and they're going to flop hard and they're going to realize, like, oh, shit. Consumers don't like AI or they don't give a shit about AI. Right? And I think that's starting to happen. I think a lot of companies like these AI because like it looks really good for the market, right? The market likes AI because they like because the market like is like sees AI is synonymous with like innovation. But I think that that's not translating to sales. Like I think it's gonna, because ultimately the market is a reflection of how much these companies are actually worth. And this is all speculation. AI is in a giant bubble right now. There is an AI bubble. And people are speculating that it's worth way more, and we're gonna fucking realize, like, hey, this shit is not worth nearly as much as we thought it was. Because people aren't buying it. If there's nothing physical to show for it, then it's meaningless, right? But we'll see. Again, I am not... This is all, like, very beginning stages, so we'll see where it goes. I could be entirely correct, or I could be entirely wrong about where AI goes. I mean, look at crypto, right? I mean, crypto kind of went crazy for a little bit, and then it started slowly dying out, and then it really hit a big crash, and now, like, crypto is like a fucking... Who the fuck cares about crypto shit anymore? Nobody cares about blockchain technology or anything. People toting blockchain technology like it was going to be some crazy innovation in the world. Where the fuck did blockchain technology end up? Right in the fucking garbage. Because people realized that it wasn't as useful as people pretended it was. Now, the difference between blockchain and AI is that, like, AI actually has, like, real uses in the world, right? It's not a completely useless thing. Blockchain was completely fucking useless. Nobody cares about fucking blockchain. Nobody's out here investing in fucking cryptocurrency anymore. Nobody's doing that. Unless you want to throw your money away. Which I would say there are funner and better ways of throwing your money away. If you're trying to burn it. Crypto is just like a really bad way to do it. Just like burn your money on something like fucking cool. But again, that's just an uneducated person's take on the state of new technology. We'll see what happens. Learning and it sure ain't fucking intelligent. Well, yeah, but it's... Maybe it's not intelligent, but it's useful. You can't say AI is not useful for some shit. There's a lot of, like, menial tasks that AI makes a whole lot easier, okay? Having a kind of an all-purpose machine to do a bunch of stuff is really useful. It's useful for a lot of things. Like, I've worked in social media. Do you know how easy it is to just, like, put in a prompt? Like grab a piece of text that you want to, like, distill into a tweet. Give it to ChatGPT and say, make 5 tweets about this. And what ChatGPT is incredibly good at, like, summarizing all that information in the format of a tweet. Then you can take the idea that the AI had and actually refine it until it's actually something good. But it gets a lot of that, like the initial process, that initial brain power of just reading, summarizing, understanding what the text says, really trying to understand what the text is saying. AI can just do that in a second. Making the blank. Yeah, of course. Of course that's the byproduct. But that's just gonna show the difference, right? There's always going to be companies that are looking to take, you know, the dry way out, right? If I'm a social media manager and I'm making fucking $18 an hour, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if what I'm producing is slop and garbage. I don't care. I'm going to use AI. If I'm a social media manager and I'm making $30 an hour, well, suddenly the fucking equation changes, right? Suddenly I have a fucking incentive to actually give a shit, to actually try to do my job. And so suddenly I'll start actually trying to think and create and make something. I mean, good marketing campaigns are still, like, created off the backs of humans. AI doesn't create good marketing campaigns. That needs to be humans. AI kind of just expedites the process a little bit. It helps with idea generation. The actual ideas are still kind of put together, formulated. The concepts of an idea might be created by AI, but the actual creation of a full idea, full functioning process, that's still a human, or at least good ideas. People are still gonna have bad ideas. Same thing with like graphic design. AI can make pictures, but they're all fucking soulless ripoffs. They're bad. The only thing it's really useful for is like maybe porn. But everything else, I think companies are gonna realize that like if you want an actual good if you want good graphic design, you have to actually pay somebody who knows how to fucking graphic design, right? Hate that shit. Oh, I do too. Don't worry. And I think something's gonna hit, man. People are gonna realize that like eventually like these shitty companies with their shitty AI generated fucking art, it's not gonna go as well. When you actually have somebody who's willing to be, I think honestly, AI is gonna force creative people to be more creative, more radical. You can't just kind of play it by the books anymore, which is bad for those people, but it's good for the market as a whole, right? It sucks for creatives who have kind of just been doing it run by the mill stuff, but I think if you're working in a creative field, I think fundamentally that's kind of something you have to expect. To revenge porn? Yeah. But I think I think that just because an AI makes porn doesn't make it inherently bad. Revenge porn doesn't cease to exist because AI was destroyed, right? It's still going to exist either way you fucking do it. The question is just, you know... The question is how you use it, right? I can use a hammer to put a nail into a board to build a house. Or I could use a hammer to fucking smash the head of a fucking... of my ex-girlfriend, right? I could do both of these things. That doesn't make the hammer bad. Type of shit way easier? Okay. That doesn't make it inherently bad. A hammer makes it really easy for me to fucking hit a nail into a board of wood. I could theoretically push a nail into that board of wood using my hand. I could do that. It wouldn't be very good or efficient or pleasant, but it makes it a whole lot easier. Not what I'm saying. AI has its uses. Yeah, exactly. I think, like I said, but like what I'm trying to say is that like that doesn't stop my argument from being true. You can't call the tool bad just because it makes certain bad things more, you know, functional or easier to do, right? Way it's being used, yeah. I think that can be true, but that doesn't mean like it's inherently useless or it shouldn't be used. Just because cars kill a lot of fucking people every year doesn't mean that cars aren't incredibly useful. Human lives are very valuable, but we weigh the value of having convenient transportation above the lives of like whatever millions of people die in car-related accidents every year. We weigh that. We say we would rather have that. It is more value to have convenient transportation. Right? And I think that AI can be, I don't know. I think people are gassing up AI like it's God's gift to Earth. And I think what people have to realize is that AI is not that. And eventually the market is going to correct for itself. Hopefully. We might hit a recession first. We might hit a recession first. I'm not car pulled. I don't own a fucking car. I don't know who you're talking to about being car killed, but it's not me. It better not be me. You better not call me car pilled, boy. I don't own a fucking car. Don't tell me nothing about being car pilled, boy. I do not own a fucking vehicle. I ride a bike 5 miles to work every day. I'm the least car pilled motherfucker out there. I have every desire to own a fucking car, and I don't. And it's because I'm poor. But that is another story for another day. But still, the point still stands. Cars are expensive. Way more dangerous. I'd get an electric bike. That's actually the secret. Because with motorcycles, you have to get like licenses and shit, but electric bikes, that's the real middle ground. I would get an electric bike though. I absolutely would. But I don't expect to be in this job for hopefully longer than a year. So I can tank it. Hopefully the position that I find will be better in timing wise, so I can actually use public transportation. Because I'd actually, like, this job would actually be really easy to carpool to if I could just, or it'd be really easy to get to if I just had access to public transportation in the mornings. But I go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and trains don't run then. Yeah, they are. But I still have to get it, and I still have to own it, and I still have to have license and like the hard part is that like legally you have to have insurance for it, insurance and registration, and then parking and everything, which is a nightmare. With electric bikes, you don't have to get you don't have to own insurance to have an electric bike. You don't need to get like a permit. You don't need to get a parking spot for it. It's a lot easier to store electric bikes and just use them in general, which is why I call it the real middle ground. Okay. Motorcycles are just one step closer to a car. Run no plates. I would do that, but I know that cop cars like to drive down the road that I bike to work every day. And I'd lose that. I can't. I know cops like to troll down that road. All the time. I would get caught. Oh, I've also discovered that cops are more likely, like metro cops are way more likely to be in the first car of the train than the second car of the train. So I'm gonna have to start riding in the second car of the train so I can dodge having to pay tickets. Don't tell public transportation I said that, but I have to ride in the second car now. Because the first car always has some fuck cop, bro. Show me your ticket, please. Like, damn it, I don't want to do this. I always have one on the backup, but man, I do not have the money for this. My brother in Christ, I'm already struggling for bills as is. When I'm more expensive, I'll buy a fucking monthly pass, okay? When I'm richer, when I got money, then, you know, then we can talk. Right now, the money's not there. You can outrun them. No, they forced me to get off the train. I'm on a train. Outrun the cop on the train? My brother in Christ. Have you ridden a train before? It doesn't really go well. Expensive is public transit. It's for a single ride it's $250. $250 for like 3 hours of free rides. On a bike? How expensive is riding on a bike? Just hop out the window? My brother in Christ, the windows are glass. I saw a schizophrenic man on the train trying to break the glass with all force he could because he thought he needed to go outside to save his friend. That's not a joke, by the way. That happened. Drugs are a hell of a thing. He couldn't break the glass. That shit was strong. On a bike. Well, no, I'm on the train, right? I have my bike on the train. I bike to work, and then I take the train back, and I have my bike on the train. I can't outrun a cop when I'm on the train. The problem I have with cops is that I need to get out. I'm trying to get out of paying train fares. Now, if I wanted to outrun the cops in the morning, that would also go really badly for me because again, it's the morning. There is no traffic. I can't like weave through traffic like you fuckers do. I can't do that. There is no traffic to weave through. I lose that every time. It's fucking, bro, it is 2:30 in the fucking morning. The cops are not gonna have a hard time chasing my bitch ass down. They're not. You can outrun, no you can't, bro. You cannot. You absolutely cannot. It will not go well for me. They will eventually get sus of it. It's like, oh wow, this same guy on the same bike every single time outruns us. You think they're not gonna get wise? You think like this is some comical cop movie, bro? They have memories. They fucking remember that shit, brother. They're not stupid. You want me to get fucking charged by the law? I'm going to jail, bro. They catch me after I run the first couple of times? My ass is going to jail, my guy. That's not like a, you know, like, oh, just spend a night in the cellar in the fucking drunk tank for a night. It doesn't go like that. Subtle glare effect. It's subtle. It's nice. It makes the map more immersive, Derp Nap. You wouldn't understand. I hate not being able to aim sometimes. It hurts. This is why I need a gamer girl that's worse at me than games. What is the deepest thoughts at? You know what my deepest thoughts that I shouldn't let out are? You're not gonna know, because I shouldn't let them out. What's the difference? That's top 5 worldwide. I need Diva, bro. Diva just fucking me up in fucking StarCraft or something. No, not that. I need to do my dishes. I need to fix my shades. I need to do my Brawl Star dailies. I think I got time. If I end stream like 5 minutes before the hour, 5-10 minutes before the hour I end stream, I think I got time. I think I got time, guys. It was important. The problem with Brawl Stars is that it's fun. It's an enjoyable game. That's always been the problem with Brawl Stars. It's a good game. Oh, you know what? More pressing priority. I need to make sure that I am registered to vote by mail. That actually might be more pressing. I need to make sure that I'm registered to get a mail-in ballot. That's actually more pressing. I should probably do that at some point. Like now, today. I need to get a ballot by mail. I need it. Damn it. They saw me. Amazing. Insane grenade there. Iconic, even. Damn, we captured the flag. Amazing. I saw your bitch ass. Nah, you can't hide from me. Right wing in Sweden. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Maybe. But haven't right-wing parties been getting more popular? Like, not like kind of normal right-wing parties, like kind of like comically right-wing. I'm also more of a fan of generally leaning conservative, not leaning Republican, but leaning conservative. I think tends to go a little bit better for people, in my estimation. I prefer leaning conservative on things. Probably just safer, better. Keeps more people okay. And generally, the status quo is the status quo for a reason. Even if it's a bad status quo, it's at least stable. And I prioritize the stability of a country over, you know, potential unrealized benefits, right? Gotta make sure that what you're doing is going to be stable first. Like, theoretically, central planning could fix a lot of issues with capitalism. But there's a reason it's not implemented. Or it's never seen implementation. It's because, you know, it's not stable. Yeah, it would make things a lot easier. If everybody was just not a fucking dick, it would, or if a certain group of people weren't big dicks. I was thinking a lot about this, like, how could we, like, fix the fundamental issues that we have with fucking, like, capitalism without these kind of half stopgap measures, right? Because as much as, like, government redistribution is, like, you know, important, it is still a stopgap measure, right? It's still kind of patching up the wound that, like, the profit motive is leaving. And that's kind of the primary critique of, like, communism and socialism, right? Like, governments are nice, but it's still, like, it's a half fix for the problem. But the question is, how do we stop the problem without losing all the massive benefits it has? Because everybody, like, talking about capitalism and profit is really fun when it's about the bad stuff, right? Because it's very easy to talk about all the bad stuff that happens during capitalism. But nobody likes to talk about all the good things that happen from capitalism, like all the benefits we gain. Because fundamentally what profit is a system to distribute resources. And it's the hardest problem, maybe one of the hardest problems in human history. How do we distribute resources to people fairly? How do we do it in a fair way? That's not, like, massively biased. And generally profit is that way. It's not perfectly fair. It's not even really that fair. But the way that it distributes resources is efficient enough that it allows most people to live it allows most people to live, which is a large step up from most systems, right? Before that, we had feudalism. Feudalism was essentially kind of proto-central planning, where generally you would give all the power to kings and queens because they had the knights that could protect people. And so they had control over everything else because they had because they had the monopoly on violence. So they could kind of decide who got what, basically. And that didn't go super well. Because eventually it made a bunch of peasants really fed up. And it also just killed a lot of people and made sure that, like, you know, quality of life was in the gutter for 99% of people. Right? And capitalism, for as much as it is not perfect, is a massive improvement over feudalism. People are just coping? True. Because the biggest problem with socialism is that while it's a very good, like, way of looking at the world and understanding the problems with capitalism, it doesn't really provide a lot of solutions that are based in reality. You're not going to convince the layperson that a revolution is what we need. And unfortunately, that seems to be the solution to 99% of problems. How do we solve capitalism? Revolution. Well, how do you convince people to actually fucking do that? It's very easy to say, let's have a revolution. It's a lot harder to actually fucking have a revolution, right? Greed of humanity is the worst problem in the world? Yeah. But that's not a solvable problem. Unless you want to, like, genetically mutate human brains, which is an entirely other moral argument that I don't think I'm equipped to have because I haven't done enough thinking about it. But it's simply the mode of the world we live in, so we have to kind of, like, work around it, right? Get rid of humans. I don't want to kill. I don't want to die yet. You know? Can I say that? Is that the hot take of the day? I don't want to die yet. I think I've got more life to live. I'd rather not die as of now. That may change. Not saying that that's, you know, it's, you know, a solved problem, but for now I'd rather live, so. I'll fight for humanity because I have an allegiance to humanity. I like humanity. We'll see though. Maybe that'll change. Again, meta-ethics is subjective, so theoretically you could create a perfectly functional moral system that advocates for the murder of all human beings. Sure, you could do that. I wouldn't agree, but it would be consistent. Towards to be selfless? Yeah. But it's such a hard thing. It's such a hard hypothetical to imagine. Imagine a world where all human beings are selfless. Like, if I take that at the best faith possible interpretation, that's really hard. Because, like, how selfless are these people? How selfless should I be? We'll say, if everybody has my amount of selflessness, because I know how selfless I am. If everybody has my amount of selflessness, I don't know, it'd be weird. Because what you'd have to consider is that everybody would eventually start to assume that everybody else has the same amount of selflessness that they do. And so then, like, the way human interactions would work would fundamentally change, right? Because everybody would be assuming the best in other people. They'd assume the best intentions. Which is such a weird thing. It's not like a normal thing that, like, we're trained to do. We're not trained to assume the best in people. Because it's normally a bad idea. It's all selfish? No. It's selfless to be selfish sometimes. Because you can't help others until you help yourself, right? I think the example is you know, you can't save the world if you can't make your bed in the morning, right? That's the example. You have to make your bed first before you try to save the world. And so you first have to do the step of helping yourself, which is a selfish act. I think that your priorities in this world should be yourself first, your friends and family second, and the world third. That's generally how the hierarchy of priorities go. I want to do some weapon testing. I want to have a good with good bullet penetration again. I want a DMR again. Maybe I'll use an LMG. Because I have a sniper. I have this, you know, this SMG. I have an assault rifle, which I like, but I don't have, like, a good battle rifle or an LMG, right? Some people use this Colt LMG. Maybe it's good. 5 hours? Yeah. Get to bed. This isn't bad. A little bit slow. This could work. Let's see how much damage it does. Makes him move real slow, like. But I can tank that. $35. 49 to the head. Kind of a yikes for me, brother. We'll get 10 kills with it so I can get the red dot on it. Is yelling in frustration at your kids coping? Yes. I wouldn't say it's a particularly healthy way of coping, but it is a way of coping. There are many ways of coping that aren't particularly healthy, and yet we do them anyway. I think caffeine is too normalized in society. I think caffeine should be at the same level of alcohol. Like, people like to drink, but I think if you told somebody that I drink every day, they would kind of look at you weird, right? It's like, you drink every day? Like, every day? It should be at the same level. If you take caffeine every day, I think people should kind of look at you a little weird. But it's not. It's not weird. It's just fucking normal. I think that's fucked up. You know what's fucked up? I think 8 hours work week is fucked up. Sorry, not 8 hours work week. 40 hours work day. Sorry, 40-hour work week, 8 hours a day working. I think that's fucked up. I don't think that you should have to work 8 hours a day to make a full paycheck. I think that you should have to work 6 hours a day. And you should be able to make a living wage off working 6 hours a day. I think that what we should do is we should make a policy that makes all companies only be allowed to make workers work for 6 hours a day. But instead, what happens is that all that pay that they would get from those extra 2 hours is like distributed into their 6 hours pay. So everybody gets a pay bump and they work less. I would like that. I think that'd be badass. Because the problem is that, like, the idea behind the 8-hour work week or the 8-hour work day is that you get 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for the boss, and 8 hours for you. And that's just a fucking lie. And anybody who shills that is fucking propaganda, and you should immediately distrust everything they fucking say to you. Because they've either been lied to or they are lying to you. Intentionally. Because there's no way, because you don't get 8 hours for yourself unless you're doing like work from home, and even then. Society's so weird. I don't know. Because the profit motive is the real answer. Because of the profit motive. But unfortunately, the profit motive gives us stuff that's too good. Which is why, like, the actual interesting conversation about capitalism is how can we mitigate its side effects. Because Like I said, people like to talk about how bad capitalism is and all the bad stuff, but nobody likes to talk about all the good shit we get from capitalism. And there's a significant amount of good shit we get from capitalism, like the ability for society to function. No other system with the profit... There's been no other system that's been proven to work as effectively without the profit motive. This thing does not do enough damage. Give me another one. What is this? Got a weird... It's got a nice initial kick, but afterward it kind of levels out. I say that, but we'll see. 31 in a clip. Pretty solid ammo. Reserves. Let's see what kind of damage it does. Give me a better map so I can fuck around with some more guns. Sound wave weapons, real. This thing looks cool. Jesus, that thing is a kick and a half. Oh, and it makes you slow as balls. Yeah, maybe not that, huh? Let's try a battle rifle. Oh, this thing kind of fires. Yeah, 10 bullets in a chamber? Yikes. It does damage up the wazoo, but you just get no ammo. Consistent double tap, but at what cost, right? Let's try another one. We already know the AK-12BR is kind of busted now. Look what they did to my boy. Look what they did to my boy. Look at it. Look at it and fucking weep. Disgusting. This has 20? Scar H doesn't look half bad. A little bit wiggly, but that can be fixed with attachments, at least to a certain extent. Let's see how it does close range. Damage is not bad. I can fuck around with this gun. Okay, hold on now. Hold on now. What was that? How did this happen? How the fuck did that happen, brother? I might be nasty with it. What the hell? I got 2 kills and I get out scot-free. I may be him. Fuck, how did he know? Son of a bitch. Man, I wasn't gonna shoot you if you didn't shoot me, you bum ass. We had a deal. I'm kind of fucking with this gun. I can't even front. This is kind of nice. What is this song? It's kind of sick. Not as spicy from long range as you would want, because 36 is... You're in 4-shot territory. No, you're not actually. 36 is still in 3-shot. And I'm raw dogging this gun, by the way. Like, no attachments, no nothing. No compensator, no dick, no balls, no bick, no dolls. Type shit, type shit. Turn down that visible recoil a little bit. We might have something to work with. This Scar H might be the next big thing. You ran like a fucking bat out of hell, huh? I got another Tinder notification. I've been getting so fucking many. Holy Christ. What's funny about Tinder is that the majority of people you match with are bots that get banned immediately. I don't know if that's funny or sad, but it is what it is. Tinder is just too bot infested for it to kind of exist right now, unfortunately. Nobody actually uses Tinder. Unless you're extremely hot, but average people don't use Tinder. Like my fucking news anchor talking about, oh, I met my husband on Tinder. Like, yeah, it's because you're fucking extremely conventionally attractive. Like, have you not realized this? At some point, you have to realize that you were just like an extremely conventionally attractive woman on a fucking dating app. And I assume your husband is also an extremely conventionally attractive dude. That might work for y'all. It don't work for the rest of us, right? You're playing dating on easy mode, unfortunately. Not life on easy mode, but certainly the fucking dating. I almost killed him. I think they got one steal from us. Oh, never mind. We got it, baby. I cannot get top 3 this game. It would be crazy if I got top 3 with a gun with like 0 attachments on that bitch, but hey. Ball out, right? Man, I think this gun got something, brother. I like this thing. He got a dog in it. Jeez, that's a Dubskis. And a pretty fat one too, if you talk about it. Alright gamers, let's get out of here. I gotta go anyway. The game's over. Nobody's left in my chat. It sounds like a good time to end. It's been real, it's been fun. It has been real fun, but I've got to get out of here. Peace. Talk to gamers later, specifically on Thursday. Bye!